All right, what's going on, everybody? KB Card Stacks here, and I am fed up. I am sending 234 cards to Comc to sell on their website. I get a ton of questions about Comc all the time. Basically, it's a website where you can buy a card online and then reprice it immediately for sale without ever seeing the card. You don't need to wait for it to get shipped to you. You don't need to ship the card out when it sells. It's all just instant transactions, which is super nice. They take photos, they list the cards, they scan them, and then they upload it to your account and you go in and you price them. So a lot of these cards, I don't necessarily want to sell them right now, but I also don't want to hold 30 Hannah Hidalgo base sapphire cards at my house. And then when it's ready, when I want to sell it, I can go out and list it and I can see what price everyone is listing that card at, and I can kind of price my card accordingly. So again, 234 cards, I think. I'm using two different service levels. These two stacks, I am using their select service. So for $1, they will take photos, scan them, upload them, and list them to my account in about 2 weeks. So I think it makes sense. Again, all these are under $20, I would say. So for me, I offer free shipping on eBay. It just makes sense. There's a 30-cent transaction fee per transaction, plus it's 63 cents for the label, my time, everything. I think it kind of evens out. But at the same time, I look at it as a card show. When you're buying a table, you're paying that upfront fee, but it does suck eating that cost up front. But you'll reap the rewards when it comes to kind of time savings and the fees that they offer. It's a 5% transaction fee, so not huge compared to eBay. There is a 10% cash out fee. I haven't quite cashed out yet. I don't know when that'll happen, but it's something to think about as well. So 15% in total, but you're also not doing any work, no returns, photos, listings, any of that. These four stacks, which we'll get to, I'm going to submit on the 50-cent standard. And their website, I think, advertises like 12 to 16 weeks. In my two experiences, it's about 8 to 10. Let's run through everything, see what I'm sending, and let's talk about it. So this is literally just all Alexander Saar. I've bought a majority of these on Sport Lots and Buy Sports Cards for probably about under $1 a piece. The cheapest right now available on Comc is, I think, $6 for any card. Projected #1 pick. As soon as I saw just the volume that was on those two websites, I just started buying up a ton. So all Alexander Saar. I'm doing the select submission because I don't want to risk it. I think it's worth just paying $1 to get it in for the NBA draft in June. So I'm fine living with that. So that is all Alexander Saar. Again, I really just don't want to store a lot of these cards. So these are all my Hannah Hidalgos. I sent a couple off to grading. I'm in at about $4 a piece, so I'll be in at $5. The cheapest is $3, but these are cards that I think will ultimately be $10 cards. Dalton Connect, I've got 7 of these. I'm sending in 4 just to see if they're faster to move on the site. We'll see. And then Stefan Castle, got a couple of those. And then just some low-end color that I picked up that hasn't sold. Nothing huge. These are all $10 and under, I would say. So, again, I couldn't care less about these. I'm probably in the money on them. So let's just, have them deal with it. And then a couple, these are probably 10 to 15. More Risachet, Donovan Clingan, Tajay Spears on these. Some color numbered, Khalil Ware. I don't want to list this. I don't want to ship it on eBay. Like, it just doesn't make sense for me. Like Bronny, they're probably $2. I'm spending $1. Here I can go click on Bronny James and I can see exactly how many are for sale, what the lowest price is, undercut it by a penny. Do I hate it? Yes. Am I the part of the problem? Of course, but I'm just going to move on and sell it for $1 there. Some Risachets. This one might not make too much sense. These are going for, I think, like 75 cents right now on Comc. I'm paying $1 to submit it, but it's one of those things. He should be a top 3 pick. I think, it'll ultimately be $1.50 or $2. Rob Dillingham, this one we'll see. It's $5 right now on Comc. I don't think it's actually worth that, but if I can sell it for $2, make $1, I'm cool with that. And another Risachet there. So that's all my $1 select submission cards. Again, Juju Watkins, a ton of these. I've been picking these up on Sport Lots, all sorts, anywhere I can get them. And it's like, why wouldn't you send them to consignment? Because I don't want to sell them right now. I'm willing to hold these. And Comc will store them for free as long as I don't have a listing price that is above 75 cents. Cam Moore, this one might not make sense, but I'm not gonna, I don't know, I'm just throwing it in there. Innis, Ibuka, Sapphire. I would probably not send a ton of Sapphire again like I did once I ripped my 4 hobby boxes. But certain players have a decent floor, and these I think are okay. I'm fine if that sells for like $3. Eli's like $2, and I think Vizina was like $1.60. So whatever, 50 cents a piece. I don't want to think about those anymore. You're saving money at that point because it's going to cost me 63 cents for a label. So that's my thought process there with the upfront fees. Then just some random stuff, in the money on that variation, in the money on a lot of this stuff. Vizina and just color. If it's not an auto, I really don't care. I've got so much Ezuraku, I'll just send that there, see if it sells. I don't know, we'll see. Vizina I'm not sold on. I'm kind of selling out of all my stuff, so that is my thought process there. Some Dylan Gabriel again. I'm just not going to list these at $4 or $5. I'll just list them on Comc and don't have to deal with it anymore. A bunch of 2 base and then some refractors. The base are doing about 2. The lowest listing refractor I think is about 15. A pink, some Travis Hunters. I didn't even have these posted on eBay, so that when I went to go delist all these, they weren't even there. Some refractors and X-fractors. And then these are a headache. I mean, this is probably like $1 card. And then these are just thicker cards that are gonna be a hassle to ship. I'm just gonna you'd have to pray that your ESE goes undamaged. So, just a couple bucks there. Jurion Dickey red and Darnell Washington. I couldn't care less about the orange ice. I think I got like combined shipping if I bought another card. So that's how I ended up with Darnell Washington. Charbonnet, not huge names, but I'm just throwing them there. I don't care to hold this Larry Fitzgerald, little auto. Trevor Lawrence, I sold one on, I'd be curious. I just sold one on Comc for like $1. I probably paid 50 cents to submit it. I just sold one on eBay for $3. It is what it is. Josh Jacobs, couple of those. Howie Long, the Joe Burrows, I think these are like $3-ish. Again, it's just hard to tell what the lowest listing actually is on eBay. Sometimes it'll show you like see more results, or did you mean this, or refine my search. It's just so hard to tell. I can go see how many Joe Burrow Luminance cards are there, how many Panini PA6, PA1s are there, and let me undercut the price and sell it. Hype, I think that'll sell pretty quickly. This is probably $1 on Comc, but again, I'm not going to sell it on eBay. It just doesn't make sense. Optic, CJ Stroud score, like that'll sell on Comc pretty easy. Green, Bijan, base, rookies and stars, CD numbered, Darius Davis, Jalen Hyatt, Fowler patch, and Danny Dimes. Blue ice, I do like that card. And then last stack here, Tank Bigsby, Chris Rodriguez, Jacoby. So again, just base color. That's probably like a $4 or $5 card. I think it'll move on Comc. These I'll hold. Cheapest probably like 70 cents. That's probably like $3. We'll see. Just some autos that I don't care for. Some low end color. These are iffy. I think like 70 cents on Trey Johnson. Bryson Tiller, I think is under 50 cents. But again, if I'm gonna hold it, I think I can eventually get $1 for them. Just some thicker autos, some dupe autos that I have. And a Chuba Hubbard in the back there. So that's everything. Again, 234 cards that I just don't, they're all basically under about 20 bucks. Maybe it's like the Risachets might do like 25, but just things that I don't have time to list, ship, sell actively. Just let Comc do the work. So 234 cards, it should be about $160 up front. When they get uploaded, when they start selling, I'll keep you updated. It's a very simple process. It's very simple. I'm gonna ship it in this box here. I'm gonna ship it off today. It's very easy to submit cards. It's very easy to start flipping. Some people are like, oh, my cards never sell. And it'll take some learning for sure. I always thought that as well. And I was like, man, Comc kind of sucks. But you just kind of have to get comfortable with it, familiar with it, find sales. People have like 80% off their listings all the time. People have, 40%, 60%. You can make offers. If you're trying to make a play, you can always, look far in advance, right? I'm always trying to scoop up, some plays for down the road. That's everything. Again, very simple to use. You just got to play around with it, dig around, put money into it, and start flipping cards. You never have to touch the cards. You never have to see it. You just make money on the internet. So if you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.